We are going live, you say, huh?
Yep.
But today Satoshi is not first because someone wrote in the chat, making sure I will be on time today. That was like, must have been a while ago already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
But it is Satoshi.
Yeah.
Right on time, huh, Satoshi? Yep, Satoshi is working hard.
Thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that.
Evgeny, didn't you say you wouldn't be, I mean, you wouldn't have time to join the stream today? I thought I
Wait
saw
to
that in
see
the
it there.
channel. That he said that he wouldn't have time to join the stream.
I saw that, but...
Ah. But now he joined anyways. What a coincidence. Yep, and still here. Many bows and respect to your calls over the past week, including HEDA, JFI, and most of all XRP. Oh my gosh. You had to ignite. Man, I'm still pissed about JFI missing that one, man. Not gonna lie. I mean, yes, the second trade was nice, but the first one, man, I forgot on the first trade, which was the most beautiful one. You have reignited the flames in my heart. Jesus. Or classic David, this didn't just come overnight, it took years and years of practice. It is, when people say that it's easy, like when you go on Twitter and you see these people, yeah, you will learn in a month or two, it's, like you would really need a really good teacher for you to learn that in 2 months, Yes, but I know it touched my entry zone, but the problem is I forgot about it the first time, right? I mean, the first trade. Wait, is this not my chart? Oh, that's Coinbase. No, I think I charted it on Binance. Yeah, it's here, man. Like I had zone here, you see, and I forgot about it here. And this was the past one, right? That was the 200%er, bro. That's one I totally forgot about it. I think it was on BTC actually. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. This one I've totally forgot about it. Too many charts, man. But yeah, guys, welcome back, yes, to another webinar. I mean, live stream. The last one we had on 17, and back then Bitcoin was, oh my gosh, Bitcoin just soaring. Wait, where was Bitcoin at 17? Okay, so it was right here. So yeah, you might remember we already smashed one short, huh, in between there. Made a video about a short, wait, let me put down to like 15 minutes. If not mistaken, we shorted this. And it only came to down here, so it was barely 1 hour, not even enough. So yeah, nothing really that would excite you, right? Obviously it was less than 50% trade, but our Ethereum, it's actually better that we didn't win this short because our Ethereum is soaring through new heights, right? And Ethereum is absolutely doing amazing, right? So we'll see what's gonna happen with those. Satoshi says, I'm getting jitters up here. 5 out of the last 6 daily candles on BTC look suspect. Oh, yeah, I know. That's exactly why I've said in my previous videos and exact stream that I will be focusing hard, on structures like this. When I see a structure like this, I'm gonna be pulling more shorts. Even if I get wrecked, doesn't matter, because one time I'm gonna get it right. The rewards are so huge. I'm gonna be absolutely paid for it, right? So yeah. Do you look at intro though? No, I usually don't look at the dojis. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say, candle patterns and everything, right? I mean, one of those could be probably used on weekly. And you can see that this week, if we manage to close above here, it's actually going to be the highest week in existence so far, the highest weekly candle in existence. But I'm not exactly in particular using any of those because we are trading smaller time frame now, because you have to be trading smaller time frame if you wish to capture the main move. And since we are trading smaller time frame, if you do that on 1 hour, it's not going to be as beneficial. It has a very low strike rate, right? But yes, if you see a candle like this, right? This is what we like to call, quote unquote, right? SFP candle, right? Single failure. Well, then you will most likely, if you see this one on weekly, what I'm trying to say, then that's a pretty bullish sign, yeah. And sorry, I meant to say swing failure pattern, right? Not candle, but yeah, my mistake. Oh yeah, classic day. By the way, you have titled this theme Smash Odds, but I think But now I think it's too risky to do them. I think they will get wrecked until BTC crashes. No, I don't think that at all. and I will show this in the next couple of charts. I will show this. I don't think alts are gonna get smashed at all. I think the alt season is just started. It's in effect. I mean, this is why so many of our alts are performing well. Yes, obviously, if we go for too bullish entries, some of them might get wrecked when Bitcoin, starts to go sideways. But we can already see that Bitcoin is going sideways. I mean, Bitcoin is going sideways and pumping a little bit. Wait, I'm actually missing an indicator. No, I'm not just an indicator, the volume one. Yeah, and you can see, it's volatility in Bitcoin, it's chilling down. I mean, not a swing volatility, but when it comes to pump, when it comes to just pure pumping, it's chilling down a little bit, going sideways. And this is why Ethereum and all of these alts are popping off. This is why we're performing so well. Because if you look at it, on the last week in Ethereum, I think we gained more than $200, and Ethereum almost pumped for, I think it was above 50%. While if you look at 2 weeks back on Bitcoin, since the beginning of the month, you can see that we only pumped 30%, a little 35%, right? While on Ethereum, we did well over 50%. This is why I keep preaching Ethereum is gonna be the new king, right? Ethereum is gonna be the new king, I've been saying it for a good while. Now, if we go back, we go to the 4th of November. You see, we doubled our money in Ethereum. We outrun the BTC, and this is what I was telling, right? Ethereum is my baby. I'm out of mostly moved out of Bitcoin into Ethereum. And now from Ethereum, it's important to find good alts as well, because some of the alts will now outrun Ethereum, but we will see that, right? Still, Robert, hi Alex, might be outside the scope, but would you consider looking at some BTC relevant stocks to the traditional market? Riot and Hive are examples. Well, that's interesting. I'm usually not checking BTC related stocks, because I just don't have my two portfolios connected. I don't have my stock portfolio connected to my index portfolio, and I don't have my index portfolio connected to crypto portfolio. I have everything separate. I'm not trading across all the markets, and I've seen some people do that. But to me, if you already have, let's just say you take some trades that are like, I don't know, 50-60%, right? And then you try to go on other markets and hedge them. I only think those percentages will fall down, right? So if I'm already 60% only to win the trade, and then I try to hedge it against some other market options like outside this market, right? And you're not 100% how they correlate with each other, well, then you're just dropping your percentages down, and you can end up even, making your winners even smaller and your losers even bigger, So I would not exactly be, I would not exactly be happy to do something like that. I mean, I would not exactly feel safe, to indulge in such things. I do hedge, but I hedge inside of the market. So let's just say, if I hedge, I usually hedge Bitcoin with Ethereum, or Bitcoin with alts, or vice versa, or in real markets, gold with VIX, and so on, right? Yes, that's Elias says, can you share your views on Bitcoin dominance? You mentioned all seasons you can use Bitcoin dominance, share your project. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to show, Alos, to one of the previous answer questions when they asked me, is the alt season if it's not too dangerous to enter also right now, and this is exactly what I wanted to share, or the Bitcoin dominance chart, to show that kind of way why that wouldn't be that the time to go into alts is now, right? But yeah, let's just first, let's check it out, the Bitcoin, right? So yes, Bitcoin, I mean, let's tag our main box. It is actually here, yeah, all the way down to 17k. So it was our biggest gap still stands, right? Our biggest gap still stands, and this is already, I explained this tomorrow, this is a wide gap, right? And let's just say a lot of people, especially people like who are not in crypto savvy, people like I don't know, random people out the world who never saw crypto again. I am pretty sure if you got any friends and you talked crypto in the past, they're calling you right now and asking you, oh, should I go into Bitcoin? Should I do that? Should I do this? I know you have probably some of those friends who keep nagging you about crypto and asking you questions. Well, you gotta understand right now, if they're calling you back, it's also it's starting to get to one of those reasons why we need to be careful, right? Because right now people are getting greedy. And when people are getting greedy, you should be fearful, or when people are fearful, we should be greedy, right? Stands again, when Bitcoin was crashing all the way from, let's just say, 10k down to 3k, people thought it's going to go to zero. you know, but we kept smashing those longs and we proceeded on it, right? And now it's the same thing. People now think the Bitcoin is going to go to 300K. While we know in reality we probably have less than 1% chances of this happening right now, right to this day. You already know, if you've been watching my live stream for so many times and watching my videos, you already know that going up, you need to create some sort of structures that have some strength into them. And if you create those structures that have levels, strengths and everything, yes, you will gradually increase the chart, right? You will gradually go up with the chart, right? But let's not forget that this chart will have many swings like this, and these swings can be deep, like I already said. In the future, we're most likely going to see 10K again. Let's not forget that in the future, 10K might happen. It actually has pretty high chances of happening. We can go all the way down to 6K, but that would be kind of a hard prediction already. Okay, so I'm avoiding 6K for now. I'm not gonna call 6K. I'm just gonna put it out there. It is possibility, but I'm not gonna call for it because that one is out of the proportion yet, right? It would be just a clear crystal ball call, right? But what I'm talking about is 10K is very, very viable, because this is sort of the position where you've pumped off. And if you're watching the videos and you know this altcoins, not just Bitcoin, altcoins, we can talk altcoins here, that they mostly always return to the origin of the pump before they confirm the bigger rise on, moving above the previous heights and everything. And even if they move above the previous heights, they usually revisit the positions where they actually started their strongest pump. They usually revisit those positions in the future, as did Link and so many other of those good coins, right? It's just the difference is, wait, let me close the telegrams, I'm sorry for that. The difference just is that sometimes it takes a couple of years because the coin is so bullish and has so much support, but sometimes it takes just a couple of weeks. We've seen pump and dumps all the time, right? And we've seen some crazy pump and dumps, right? Like, I don't know, moved up 1,500% and then moved back down the same way just a couple of weeks after, right? So yeah, on the Bitcoin right now, we are still in the danger area, right? We are still on the area where we are kind of observing it. If we're going to get positions, or should I say, if we are going to get opportunities to short, we will short it, because we already know the main target is down here. But yes, obviously we will TP at 14K as well. And now we see if we can get a small stop loss, or should I say a tight stop loss with a nice sideways action. This we're talking about $5,500 in difference, or even $8,000 in difference, and that is a lot of money. And obviously, with a one move like that, you will substantially increase your portfolio, which just only adds to future trades. And while we're doing that, we're not actually exposing ourselves like most of the people out there, because most of the people are either holding or selling. Like, people are not just selling a little bit and holding and selling a little bit. People are mostly just selling or holding, because everybody wants to capture that 100% move, right? Well, we do this a little bit differently, right? We short Bitcoin, we long Ethereum, and surely our Bitcoin short got wrecked, but heck, our Ethereum doubled in price compared to Bitcoin, so we actually won pretty immensely, right? And yes, if you ask me, I do think I have zero problems with Bitcoin going up some more, but without retesting the previous levels. As you can see, these levels are kind of now remaining untested. We will most likely revisit them in the future, and when we do revisit them in the future, the whole drop is gonna be a little bit stronger as well. We can obviously expect that. But yeah, in terms of Bitcoin, I'm still keeping my eyes on it right here in this main area. If I start seeing sideways action, I'm gonna jump at it, and gonna use that sideways action to try and get another short at it, and hopefully I will capture the top of it, right? That's the best thing you can do right at the moment. But if Bitcoin just continues to go to 25K, 30K, I don't know. I'm not gonna have an issue with it, because then most likely ALTS and Ethereum will be winning much harder for us, right? Because right now you also have to think about it right here. If you're trying to buy Bitcoin right here, right? Let's just say 19K, right? It has to go up to $38,000 for you to make almost 100% on your portfolio, right? And that's only if you're investing your full portfolio. Again, have to mention this as well, right? So you're risking it there as big. But most of the alts, like, I don't know, I did ADA, right? Or sorry, I did Cardano, right? You can see, look how far away these alts are, right? And look how much room they have to yet reach these points, right? And you can see now with Cardano, it will take you a lot lesser time to reach even more. In Cardano, it would take you much less time to reach 200% than you would take to reach 38K on Bitcoin. So you're most likely could be doing better if not investing in Bitcoin at the moment, but actually investing into the alts and moving your money there, you know, because it would be more beneficial to your portfolio, right? Also, you know, we've talked about a lot about Ripple. I even created a video on Ripple saying that XRP, but saying that Ripple got a Microsoft partnership there, right? And then people commented under my video saying, oh, but you don't understand, Ripple and XRP is different. I actually do understand that, but my point was, when somebody gets something, it's usually bullish for all the three companies that XRP has, right? And what end up happening is, look at that, right? Look at this pump, 250%, right? Much more than you can now expect on the Bitcoin, right? So yes, this was most likely, I heard that TikTok is doing their thing with XRP as well. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying, you know, Microsoft partnership with Ripple definitely was beneficial for XRP as well, right? Okay, wait, so I got some more questions. Bitcoin, I mean, once BTC starts crashing to 14K, it will take an alts minus 30. That could be very wrong, Classic David, because right now it's not the same situation we had back in the day. Back in the day, you know, people were fearful. Right now, people are not so much fearful because Bitcoin is on 90K. So the first time Bitcoin is going to start crashing, all the money from alts will start flowing into Ethereum and alts. Sorry, the money from Bitcoin will start flowing into Ethereum and alts. That is how usually it goes when it happens. That's how usually the whole cycle starts, right? So I wouldn't be that fearful that alts are going to be cashing 30, 40, 50%. Also, most of the alts right now are on all-time low. So they actually need some of the relief time as well. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's a complex to understand the first circle, but it's not always the same circle. You know, it's not always as easy as this. If Bitcoin goes up, alts go down. If Bitcoin goes down, alts go down. It's not always like that. It sounds easy, but it really depends on the position of Bitcoin and position of Ethereum if alts always go down right now. And part of this is, I guess, Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see, right? We did Bitcoin dominant chart, and I can only say, right, this was the perfect touch. I mean, I don't think I could have played this chart much better than I did, right? This is the perfect chart. Like, we hope that this would have happened here, but sadly it just happened here, okay? So yes, alts dropped a little bit more, but you can see how perfect reaction we had right from the top of our box and all the way down here. Now, if we stand to lose this area, the one I'm jiggling right now here, Jesus, this chart is so full that I must probably delete. So if we start to lose this area, then you will see that we will probably bounce for it and go retest the green area again. And then this would be the key area to hold. If we miss to hold this area, then this is going to go all the way down here and alts will have amazing bull run. And I'm talking you the most amazing bull run is, the most amazing alt run will that happen if Bitcoin dominance starts slipping out of that area. It's going to be surely quite a magical moment for Binance because they will revive most of their old volume if that do happen. But I do think, I mean, the sheer time frame of the chart, right? I was hoping a little bit more like, I was hoping for a little bit more like this, but I guess I was wrong. It just happened real quick, right? So yeah, but I'm hoping this is gonna go through the last part of my chart. So I'm gonna still leave it on, you know, to see if the last part is gonna go through. But if this happens, I will be very, very happy, to be honest, because that would give us a lot of opportunities to make good money in crypto, you know, a lot of opportunities. Robert G, thanks, appreciate it. I love to hate Ample is up again, moving opposite to the other alts, it seems. Well, I'm not even sure. I haven't checked Ample. Ample forward USD. Ample probably lost a lot of. Oh Jesus, Ample just. Yeah, the Ample part of this volatility is coming from obviously they're, you know, taking away coins and bring it back. I still think it's a joke, you know. I think you could be trading a lot better alts. You know, I just don't understand. Like, you would think it's a good idea to buy here, but then after you hold it for a couple of days, you actually get punished, you know. So obviously I don't see this coin as a good coin at all, to be honest. I mean, I really don't like it, because even if I make a good buy, I still get punished by losing the coins, right? That's not logical to me. If I see a alt come into a good area, I want to buy it and want to go up from there, right? I don't want to lose coins overnight because I'm holding some shit coin, and I don't know. Right now I'm not even sure. Wait, how much is the Ample's market cap? So it's 200 million. So you already know 200 million, this is not gonna go far. Okay, this is not gonna go far at all. So I wouldn't be so keen on trading this one, to be honest. Maybe BTC will consolidate first before crashing a little bit all season. Well, Fabinzo, yes. I mean, even now, if it's probably gonna do some sort of consolidation. I'm not saying it's gonna crash immediately, but even if it doesn't do some sort of consolidation, we will still probably have a good sense of alt run. You know, market cap, essentially, if you look at total market cap, it's still not as high as it was 2017, right? So right now on Bitcoin, we're almost at all-time high, right? And you can see that all-time high for market cap was 850 billions, right? And right now Bitcoin is right there, and we are only looking at 590 billions, right? So we're still like 200 billion short on that market cap, right? If not 300 actually, right? So, you know, that market cap won't just go down, right? The market cap won't just go down in a straight line. You actually need time to remove market cap from the chart, right? So it's most likely, if that would have to happen, right, it would most likely be something like this. First, it would be go a little bit sideways and then slowly going down, right? Market cap is a whole different option. You can't just do this with market cap, because people can't just cash out as fast as they can. Plus, you know, most of the people, when it comes to cashing out, they're lazy, or they are just, you know, fearful of missing opportunity, right? So market cap usually goes down a lot slower than everything else on the chart. But you can see there's one thing for sure, right? You can see compare this volume and compare this volume right now. You see that a lot of volume back in 2017, a lot of volume was real volume, but now you can see that a lot of this volume is faked, right? Sadly, a lot of this volume that we are doing right here is totally faked, and that's just how crypto is, right? What is the point about XRP and $24,000 BTC realistic price? Yes, $24,000 BTC is definitely a realistic price. I'm actually amazed that people are only saying it for 24,000, because everything I'm reading, everybody's saying 300k, 200k, 500,000, 1 million BTC. Why holding only one BTC will make you rich in the future? That's my favorite one, you know, holding only one BTC will make you rich in the future, guys. Definitely. Can't wait for that one. Okay, so let's check Ethereum. Ethereum smashed right on our box. Okay, so now on Ethereum, we have a chunky box as well, right? So it's like up here. And we can probably take the top of this, and all the way down to $600. We had a box on Ethereum. And this box just got smashed. This box got smashed by Ethereum. Wait, let me go to the lower time frame. Oh yeah, this is the trade. I did a video last night about it, and this trade is still available. It's one of those late trades. If you're really late to the party, this trade can still play out, but most likely, hopefully not, right? Or this trade is also good if you've sold at $600, right? So, and this is your refill spot. This is also a good trade, but it's a low time frame trade, so it's not high when it comes to strike rate at all. So yeah, going to this box, right? Back to this box. Now, Bitcoin obviously is on top of this box already, almost out of it. So Ethereum just came into the box right now. So I'm gonna use the prediction of Bitcoin, what Bitcoin did, and I'm actually going to aim for the top of this box as well. So I'm going to be aiming from about 700, you know, above $700, what I'm really aiming at for Ethereum. This is where I'm going to start selling some. And, you know, even if you look at it from the price of, perspective of price action, you can really see that this is a good place to sell, because we had double hard rejection above $700, right? That would be, and you know, you can't really just chase the top. You got to sell a little bit under. So yes, you can really see that my top of my box is 750, 760, and this is where I would be planning to sell just before these 2 points, because you can get a hard rejection, and this rejection that we made hard actually send us on this all the way down here on this bearish run. And then obviously we got another one up here, but this one is not as key as this two down here. So if this one gets, if this one gets to be broken, right? So $800, if it's easily broken, then I would start aiming a little bit for $1,000 or $1,200 actually on Ethereum. So yes, if that happens, I would be extending it quite high for that manner, you know, just due to the fact that it's, I mean, it starts being a good opportunity, right? And again, if you look at it from this point, if this is broken, we can still gain almost 100% on Ethereum. But again, what we just discussed before is we actually know now that maybe playing some alts could actually be more beneficial, because now it's going to be much easier to get extra 100% off of those alts than just holding Ethereum that goes, right? Because for Ethereum right now, we wish to make same gains as we did down here. Right now, Ethereum has to go from $600 to $1,200, right? And that is quite much away, you know, that is away, right? But most of the alts will actually go from, I don't know, $5 to $10 or $10 to $20 much easier, because they have much smaller market cap than Ethereum has and everything. I also have to mention Ethereum 2.0 confirmed for December 1 launch, just hours before deadline. And I really want to say quote unquote deadline here, you know, really want to say quote unquote deadline, because deadline was moved many times before, right? I mean, you can hardly say just before deadline. Their deadline is long overdue actually. Okay, so Classic David, you might be right, thank you. Well, I hope I am. I think that was regarding the Bitcoin, right? Been actually gaining rebates last while. Well, Robert, you will only gaining rebates if the ample is above $1, and if you buy it under $1, even though it's a good buy, you're still losing money to the rebates. So I don't like it at all, right? I got stop loss on Uni USDT trade a few hours ago. How did you chest to reopen it? Well, I'm not sure. How did you get stopped on Uni USDT? I mean, I actually commented. One guy asked me in the comments last night, should I hold Uni or should I sell? I was totally wait, like do not sell Uni. Like, look at this. This is a good graph. Do not sell Uni at all. I'm not actually sure how you got stopped on this trade, because if I'm looking at just from basic 4 hours, this is a pretty nice entry. Pretty nice entry here, and stop loss under here. With how much percentage are we talking about here? It's not even 10%. It's about 8 to 7%, something like that. So I don't know how you got stopped on this one. It's definitely looking still pretty good. And if you're holding Uni right now, I'm holding it as well, and I can tell you that my profit target right here for Uni is bam. Yes, that's my that's my profit take. Yep. I'm waiting for that to be hit on Uni. Wait, actually came close. Wow, 450 cents. Hopefully it gets up there again. It probably will. It looks pretty much awesome. So yeah, that's my TP for Uni. Hopefully it gets there. Definitely looks lovely. And then I'll probably move my Uni money to some other alt that's going to be looking good. I mean, Neo has been looking good. I've checked on one today. We can check as well. So I'm not sure how you got stopped on this trade, man. You will have to tell me a little bit more. Satoshi Max, can we talk a bit about BTC Fear and Greed Index? Yeah. Okay, so I've seen this BTC Fear and Greed Index going around. I don't actually know how to even check it. I don't. Wait, Arnaud, do you even know where you can check this BTC Fear and Greed Index?
Let me check that.
I mean, I've seen it a lot of times in Telegram. I've never checked it. I just don't care why I would have to follow somebody else telling me when it's fearful and greed and where it's greedful, right? I mean, I kind of can't see that. I mean, when I go on Bybit, right? I went on Bybit and I actually show there's like 0.25 percent every 8 hours going out, so that's like the funding rates right now are paid like this, even probably in BitMEX. Let me just not BitMEX. What? BitMEX, yes. Let me check what kind of the funding rates are on BitMEX right now. 0.5. Okay, so they're actually much larger on Bybit. On Bybit, there were a lot more. There were a lot more. Let me just Bitcoin USDT. Oh yeah, funding. Oh, okay, so I guess funding got fixed because last night it was like crazy big. It was crazy big. I mean, it was with Ethereum. Oh yeah, look at Ethereum. Look at Ethereum funding rate right here. 0.13%, right? That is absolutely crazy. So that pretty much tells me we are in greed times. I mean, that is crazy, You know how many people are long in that? And for Bitcoin last night, it was the same shit. So I don't understand. Probably a lot of shorts got wrecked today, you know, but it's a lot of shares. So it's a lot of, wait, what is that? Crypto. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what it's, oh yeah, extreme greed. I would agree. I guess, okay, at least these guys are correct this time, yeah. I would agree. It's extreme greed moment at the moment. For sure, it's extreme greed. So yeah, I mean, what do you want to talk about it? I can tell you it's extremely greedful, and we most likely have to be really careful, right? I just realized Max is Alex. Well, yeah, basically it's Alex, yeah, and I just use Max because I was given that account by the 4C, yeah, so it's me. Is it better to wait the zone you pointed in BTC dominance to enter alts, or is it better to buy now coins like Cardano? Right now I'm moving into alts. Yeah, I'm moving into alts, you know. We just did Ethereum USDT, right? Basically showed the trade where would take if you're too late, right? And where the box is still. But yeah, I mean Ethereum BTC, that's a hard one, right? So Ethereum BTC missed the stop for just a little bit, you know, just a tiny bit, and then moved back up. And this is the trade we took here as well. So we kind of got a little bit lucky on this one, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was like a couple of Satoshis, and then immediately hit the first profit I take, right? And now you can already see I've done this one for the future, what we want to see. A nice gain of this area, tagging this area, bam, you know, filling another trade here. And that's how I would like to be, right? And yes, a lot of times I based my the time when I'm gonna go into alts by just observing the Bitcoin dominant chart. But this time around, it's not so much. I mean, yes, obviously you've seen me on chart that I've said, okay, this needs to happen, then I'm gonna start moving into alts. But when that happened, I'm moving into alts. I'm not gonna wait for that area to be lost, because if I wait for that area to be lost, I'm gonna miss most of the main gains, you know. So you have to go a little bit more aggressive, you know, if you want to make those gains. Like you gotta risk something, you know. Trading is risking something as well, right? We can't go completely out of risk. How do they fake volume? What the mechanisms or a certain real volumes? Well, how do they fake volume? It's really easy, right? I mean, you might remember if you were here in 2017, we used to use Bitfinex. What's the name of that exchange again?
Bittrex.
Bittrex, sorry. Okay, there's so many exchanges, excuse me. So yes, we used to use Bittrex, okay? Bittrex was the main exchange. Bittrex was way better than Binance back in the day, right? And even way better than KuCoin. And then Binance started coming in, and Binance was, at the beginning, it was all real volume as well, and there were plenty of volume to go around, right? But then volume started to slide down because Bitcoin crashed for like more than 10 grand in like a couple of weeks or something, right? Or even in a week or something. Volume rapidly decreased. And Bittrex said, yeah, we will not support the market makers. You know, we will not support the market makers. We will continue with real volume. And Binance just said, fuck it, we're going with market makers, right? And Binance ended up winning that race because that was the correct choice. Binance faked their volume, mostly with use of market makers. And if you don't know what market makers are, I guess I could show you in the order books, right? Like you see when you see these prices swinging up and down, you can see how fast this order book moves right here. You can see how numbers fast they change, right? Well, this is mostly due to market makers. So what market makers do, they go. Wait, I can't draw here. What they do is they go like, I don't know, if the price is $606, let's just say, they will put Jesus Christ. If the price is $600, right? They will go on $598 or something like that, and they will put like a big huge wall, right? And they will do same on the short side, right? If the price is like 610, they would put a big wall on 615, right? And they will do this on the both side, and people will see that and they will think, oh my gosh, look at this giant short, this is gonna go down. And when it starts going down, right, they obviously feel some of their shorts on market positions, and it goes down. Then people start seeing, oh my gosh, somebody is buying here a couple of millions of Ether. Then it starts going up, and this is basically a really basic explanation, right? This is how market maker works, right? This is how they produce these big candles, right? So they move order book down, they fill some position, and they move order book up, they fill some of their short positions, and it's so on. They just do it like flipper, you know, flipper up and down flipper, right? And this is why you sometimes see really much liquidity, because if, respectfully speaking, in the regular markets, if there were no market maker in the standard markets, right, the markets would normally just do this, right? a little bit up, a little bit down, right? There wouldn't be such a sudden movements, but you get these sudden movements because market makers are constantly dribbling with your emotions and with your order books, and they're pushing the price up a little bit and they're pushing the price down a little bit, right? And then you get to create these candles, right? And if you go on some dead coins, like if you go on Bittrex coins, right, everything is gonna be skewed, right? Like if I go on with what's the kind of JNT, I think that's a Bittrex coin, right? Oh wait, Gibraltar, yes, Bittrex. Okay, let's. If you go here, right, look at this, right? We are on 4 hours. We are on 4 hours, right? And look at this chart. It looks absolutely terrible, right? It has zero volume and anything. I dare you to find a chart like this on Binance. Like every chart we're gonna click on Binance, look how much cleaner it is. You see? And not because all of these charts have volume, it's because they use market maker. You see how much cleaner this is? Oh, Phantom, wow, that actually reacted really nicely from a box. Oh shit, I guess that's another coin that I forget about, man. Or this, you see how clean these charts are compared to one chart from Bittrex? I dare you to find one chart that looks like the one I just showed in Bittrex. It's impossible, because Binance uses these market makers that essentially push the markets and provide liquidity up and down, and that's how they manage to win the war of exchanges, quote unquote, if you would like me to say like that, right? Alex, what is your opinion about XRP right now? Like I said, Ken Meister, my opinion for XRP was bullish way before that first pump happened. You know, I even made a video about it, and everybody said in the comments, oh, Microsoft partnership, it's not for that. And I said, it's bullish for XRP as well. Well, shit, here we are. Pumped for 250%. And obviously I heard that they're shilling out TikTok. I don't know the TikTok part, you know, I don't really watch TikTok, so, but I just heard from my friends there's some heavy movement for the XRP on TikTok, so I guess obviously they're trying to make some money off of it, right? I don't know if somebody got paid to dance or something, I don't know. FGI is a collection of indicators. FGI, wait, what is FGI? I'm not even sure what that is. FGI. Okay,
yeah, the Fear and Greed Index.
Okay. The fear. Okay, so this FGI. Okay, I have to get it. So this is a collection of indicators. Well, then you don't know me as well, good man, because you know me. I hate indicators. I do think
it's not indicator per se. You know, that means they take into account volatility, momentum, social media also, dominance.
Okay.
So, you know,
oh, social medias also? Okay, that's kind of very interesting. Okay, maybe this could actually be useful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna totally say it's stupid, but right now, I mean, if let's just say, right, we look at this social media, this fear greed index, right, and we say, oh my gosh, it's 88. Where do you go? You go on Bitcoin and you short it? Well,
no.
Yeah, well, if you do something like that, it would still wreck you. So at the end of the day, it doesn't tell you much, right? I mean, it's an indicator, right? Like when I look at this indicator, it doesn't give me, you know, entry point, stop loss, and profit take, you know? It kind of gives you the guidance when you're like, oh, wait, I'm not sure if the market is bullish or bearish. But I already explained that sometimes it's even better if you don't know if the market is bullish or bearish. You just trade where the chart goes, you know? You zoom it out, you're like, yep, this is bullish, and you long it, right? And if you, like, I know a lot of people said here, well, I'm too late for BTC right now, too late to long it now. Well, was it too long? I mean, that was $5,000 away, right? So sometimes it's even better if you don't know if it's bullish or bearish. Just, you know, you just observe the chart and you actually trade the chart as it goes, you know? I got stopped because I opened the trade late and with high entry I stop loss. Oh, high stop loss 2 settings. Oh, yeah, well, classic David. What you did was clear indicator of FOMO. And when I'm telling you, when you play with FOMO, you're gonna lose most of the time. You're gonna win sometimes, let's not get wrong about that. But when you're gonna lose, it's gonna be painful, man. It's gonna be painful, and this happens a lot of times, you know, trust me. It's FOMOing. I used to do it back like many years ago. I used to FOMO as well, I get you. But back then we didn't trade so much Bitcoin and everything. We've traded penny stocks and just stocks, in right? And I had to learn my lesson the hard way, because penny stocks, you know, they probably pretty much showed me already how crypto is gonna look like, because penny stocks is quite similar, right? You got a chart that does this and then start boom, right? That's penny stock, and then you're back to this, right? So penny stocks are glorified crypto trades as well. I guess that's why I got a little bit of a head start in crypto, because I was already very well. I've already known this, how the chart moves in those times with such, such exposures and such risk adverse trading already, and so on, right? So yeah, and the last thing you want to do is FOMO. The last thing you want to do is FOMO. You always should find a sufficient entry and wait for that entry to be filled and so on, right? Don't you think if BTC makes a bull run pull back to the 20, MA, so I wouldn't know where 21st MA is, with weekly RSI 50 pullback, in that case you don't think it will also bleed hard? Well, first of all, I'm gonna ask you, what settings do you use on RSI, right? What is this? Oh, sorry, RSI 50, you mean if it pulls back to a channel of 50 on RSI, but what settings would that be? That's important, right? And I actually don't even know where 21st MA, weekly MA, or what the hell that is, right? I mean, moving average, right? But moving average, and now I guess I'm supposed to be doing 21st, right? Okay, smash 21st. Okay, so that's 21st. So if it pulls back to 16K, if it's gonna bleed hard, but that's still completely bullish. If it pulls back to 16K, that's still bullish. It's just that's the untested level. And if you hold this level, if you bank this level, you go up. Yes, you could short it here potentially because reward is high, but I wouldn't be shorting it for too big of a risk. But then it can still do something like this. This is not a deal breaker with me at all. This is not a deal breaker for me at all to do something like that. But when it comes to RSI, I'm asking what kind of wait, that's not RSI, relative strength index. Yeah, I'll be talking about $50 here. I mean, because if you're using it on 14, then I'm gonna tell you that's bad already. So if it goes to 50 here, I mean, that's still good, isn't it? Or weekly time frame. Oh, okay, weekly time frame. Where's the weekly? Oh shit, yeah. I mean, if it goes down there, okay, that's different story. That's different story. Yeah, that's you can't afford to wait. You can't afford to wait for this to get hit, man. Yes, but you can't afford to wait. You have to be already in the short before this happens, and then obviously you could long it still. I mean, check the previous bull run. Okay, let me see this. So when it came down here, 9K. Oh, then it bleed hard. Yes, okay, understand that, but it was different. Look. Let me just hide this. I get nervous when the shit is on my screen. I'm sorry. I just know it's not that effective. So yeah, sorry. When you look at it, where you created already here, right? You created strong support. So after you start falling, closing under this support, this was already done. By this, you already knew it's over, right? And this is just judging by weekly. And now if you go back here again, you have never created something like this. If you started to create something like this, you drop under, you drop under this candle and you start doing something like this, and then you drop under this, I will be doing exactly the same. Then I'm like, yes, this is gonna bleed for sure. But if we do something like this, right, we just do a clean pullback right now down to 10K, then I'm like, this can still very well continue, right? This can still very well continue and do even more bullish starts. This is why most of these indicators are not correct, because it's really at the end of the day how the chart looks like and how the structure looks like, right? And this is why you need price action. You can't predict price action too far in ahead. And there is a method, they try to do that, right? They try to actually do that with Elliott waves. This is why I believe that Elliott waves don't work, right? Because what people do with Elliott waves, they start drawing price action in before, right? So they say, okay, if it goes up here, it's going to go down here, and then it's going to go up here, and then it's going to go down here, and A, B, C, blah, 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 right? But this is not really an effective way of trading unless you have trained it for many, many years. And yes, I've only met one profitable Elliott wave trader in all my time, and he studied the thing more than 20 years, right? So all of the rest, I've seen them as just pretty much bullshit, because they try to predict the future price action. And predicting the future price action, unless you're a super god mode, is not gonna happen. You're gonna make a mistake. You can predict that, okay, if we go up here, we're probably most likely gonna retest down here. That is good to predict, but beyond that, then it starts to get a little bit tricky. This is why I always say I don't like to predict the future. That's really, I don't really like to do that, right? So yes, now depends on how this Bitcoin goes down. My predictions, or should I say projections, I like to name the projections, will change, you know? My projections will change in the future. So right now, if we get a clean down break, you know, this is easily could continue the bull run. But if we get something like this, much harder. Yes, then most likely we can bleed. And we can bleed all the way down to 6K. You're very much correct on this one. 6K can still be tested. But like I said, before I see price action from here, I'm not going to call for 6K because that's a stretch, right? That's a real stretch. And I wouldn't like to be... again, predicting too much, right? So that's a stretch. So that's why I don't really trust these indicators when it comes to it, because it all depends, for me, it all depends how the chart looks like. You know, when you trade for so many years, you start to look like charts, like there's some sort of paintings, right? And if the painting is beautiful, you know what to do, right? But sometimes there's a lot of noise, especially if you go like 1 minute graphs, right? You can see stuff like this, right? What we like to call in trading world noise. And this is a lot of noise which you need to eliminate. This is why a lot of people rather trade higher time frames, and they're more accurate on higher time frames, because in 1 minute it's going to take you a lot longer to find what move is going to happen than on 4 hours, right? And when you go to 1 minute, the charts are a lot uglier than they are on higher time frames, right? This is why you like to observe your paintings, and you know, you kind of guess on... After you see the painting, you kind of guess where it's going to go next, right? How the chart should flow to make it more beautiful, not more ugly, right? Sustain 50 years of bounce with, okay, I get it, yes, ALTS, but I'm still telling you, man, it's better to watch the structures. You will struggle more at the beginning, but on the long run, you will see it's much better. It's much better because with indicators, what you're doing right now, and you did it again, you base it off history. You go back in history and say, look, this is what happened with my indicators here. It's going to happen again. And that's wrong. History will not always repeat itself. But yes, even when I go in structures, I look back in history. But I'm aware of myself that every structure is going to be different. Every structure that I observe in the history is going to be different than the one in the future. But since these structures, most of them, like to an untrained eye, most of them look different. But to me, because I already know what to look at, to me they look the same. And I already know which part of the structure means something for it. And this is something you can't really learn just from reading. This is something you have to go on chart and have to do practice continuously, and you're gonna get wrecked continuously, but then one day, boom, you're gonna click it. And this is why I say, if you do this for 5 years, every day, I will put my hand into fire that you're gonna be a profitable trader. You're going to be a profitable trader, but it's going to take you, I'm going to say, well, it can obviously be faster, right? And if you have the right path or coaching, it's going to be faster again. But I'm saying, if you're a normal guy who wants to learn this shit from the YouTube, right? And you're giving the fact that you're watching the right YouTubers, right? Because there are not many out there that actually do this the clean way. You will do it. You will be successful in about 5 years, for sure, if you do it every day. Like, I'm for sure, like. That penny stock charting looked like a middle finger. Well, that's because it is. Penny stocks, that's exactly how penny stocks go, right? If you're gonna Google penny stock and you're gonna check some of their markets, it's exactly like this, you know? It's bunch of nothing and then boom, boom, right? Because they release news and they insta dump and then bunch of nothing and then a little bit like this, and yeah. That's how penny stocks are. It's even worse than crypto at the end of the day. Not even gonna lie about it, right? It's like watching Uniswap coins. It's like watching Uniswap coins, right? Yeah, hey, welcome Mario as well to the stream. XRP hit 2 targets. Where would the new refill be? Wait, I'm not sure. Is stream? Why did my stream got? Oh, I guess the stream works on full HD. Sorry, I had to get checked. XRP hit 2 levels. Yeah. Okay, so XRP, I was charting it today already. Yeah. Okay. So this trade already got initiated, right? So right now what I would have to do would probably have to delete all this line, or else it's not going to be clear enough. And there was already fill on this one, as you can see on this area, right? But it was too late to take. It was definitely too late to take. And now it's a little bit overextended, right? So let's just go a little bit higher time frames. Let me see what isn't tested yet. Okay, so now this is problematic because I can deem this tested. This is still kind of untested. Okay, so I wouldn't be buying XRP right now. Like, sorry, I'm gonna say it like this. This is your buy area. This is your buy area. If this buy area holds, we're okay. If this buy area doesn't hold, you're gonna most likely go down to 50 cent, and this is the good buy area. But if you want a FOMO right here, boom, this is it. This is a FOMO one right now. But if not, it's gonna be 50 cent. And to be likely, I mean, to be completely honest, when I see something like this, I'm gonna tell you either maybe don't buy a FOMO area. That's number one. And perhaps, you know, you could maybe go to another coin. There's still some coins that haven't moved on Binance that you could go to those, right? So yeah, that would be pretty much. How much weight do you put into BTC narrative? This time is different. Institutional involved. Oh yeah. Oh okay. That's also one of my favorite topics. Yes, I see this all the time. Oh, this time institutions are involved, guys. We got JP Morgan investing 100 millions, right? And I'm like, well, you do know that JP Morgan, you know, manages more than 2 trillion worth of assets, right? So for them putting 100 million into Bitcoin is like me spitting on the ground right here, right? You know, it's for us like I would just drop €1 on the floor right now, and that's 100 millions for them. It's absolutely nothing. It's a joke. Like if they're so serious about Bitcoin, bang that shit, drop in like 10 billions. Let's go, right? And obviously they're still scared to get inside, right? Because obviously if they would be so sure about it, they would drop 10 billions, 20 billions in, right? And they would make an impact on the market, but they're really not, right? And most of these companies, right? Most of these companies are first created by people who already are in crypto for a longer period of time, and right now they're trying to sound important, right? As sad as it sounds, exactly like this is it. And most of the companies that we've known for 20, 30 years already, investment funds, are putting in a small percentage. And when I'm saying small percentage, they're sometimes not even putting 1% of their entire portfolio in, right? We're not talking about, like, so it's not really that much. I'm not really excited until somebody is going to go in big and it's going to make an impact on the markets. And trust me, these guys are, some of the money these guys are managing, we are talking trillions here right now. And you know, some of these guys could really make an impact on the markets, but they won't because it's not to their benefit, or they're too scared, right? So plus, let's not always, we all know if somebody did that, they will probably have trouble with government, because at the end of the day, governments still do not support crypto. We can blind our eyes that governments like crypto, but we know they're not supporting it. And we know that most likely they are just gonna develop their own digital currencies, like their own digital dollar, which will have to do nothing with Bitcoin or anything. So it's not that much different, right? Because this large funds were in already in 2017. Most of the big boys were already in 2017, right? And they still are in. You know, it's just bullish news being, you know, filtered. I mean, revamped and just put out again and again. But there is one bullish point, right? I mean, PayPal was definitely a big step in the right direction. I'll give you that. PayPal was definitely an impressive one, right? So now maybe if Amazon and those could do the same, would definitely mean a lot better, right? Extrapolation of past pattern is the best indicator for future if the fundamentals remain. Oh yeah, I mean patterns. Yeah, okay, yeah, patterns like depends how you look at them, but yeah, okay, that could be that is not far from truth actually. Yeah, I anticipate that this bull run will also need to sustain above 50 RSI with those pullbacks, but definitely agree on what you're saying with blessing of history in this amount. Thanks you. And my question was, if we get one of those pullbacks soon, whether or not alts will bleed, will bring us to 12. Okay, so yeah, okay. If BTC goes from here to 12K, alts will definitely bleed. Yeah, okay, I'm not lying that, right? But I'm saying if we could do it slowly, really slowly, right? Sideways and a little bit slower, alts will first pop and they will bleed. So yes, essentially speaking, on some alts, you could still get 50%, 100%, 200, 300, 500, or some of these Uniswap plays thousands and thousands percent plus, right? Especially if you follow Andrew Coronia, right? Andrew Coronia. Holy shit, everything that guy puts out, man, it's like 2,000, 3,000%. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much money they make with this Andre Coronia, right? I mean, he created this Keeper, right? Keeper was absolutely insane, right? Oh, wait, that's not dollar. Keep 3R. Wait, do we have Keeper and Tether? Poloniex. Oh, that looks like a trash chart. LBT. Also, LBT, the last time I mentioned this, guys, they're absolutely, look at that. Chart turned out absolutely amazing. Went from like 7 cents to 11. But wait, let me find Keeper. Oh yeah, so yeah, we also charted this one. And you can see I had the box right down here. Look at that. That was a perfect snipe. And then it went to $260, right? So you can see, okay, but you can see, you need to understand that this project started like at $1 or something, you know? And it went 380, so 380x, like 3,800% or something, like 38,000%. So it's absolutely amazing, right? What is this, like Andre Coronia, how much power he has in crypto and how much moves he can do, right? But yeah, so I think institution could fuel the coming bull run. I mean, institutions are kind of fueling this bull run as well. I mean, but understand one thing: institutions are not buying here, guys. Institutions are not buying here. I've studied those things enough to tell you that for a fact. Institutions are buying here, and when Bitcoin is gonna come down here, they're gonna buy here. You know, I'm not so far, like, I'm not saying that I trade exactly as institutions, but I'm saying to you that I have some sort of a basic clue on how they operate, and I know there will not be, you will never see institution buy BTC right here. Like, it's not gonna happen. Even if they say so, it's not gonna happen. And yes, I've seen the tweet from the Citibank analyst. Okay, so we're talking about the Citibank analyst who makes, let's just say, easy 6 figures a month. Yeah, probably easy 6 figures a month. If okay, or I'm not gonna say a month, but let's just say he makes high 6 figures a year, and he goes out on a Twitter, or I don't know, it was video or something. He goes out and says that Bitcoin is gonna go to 300k in, like, I don't know, next year or something. And we are talking about a guy who makes high 6 figures a year, every single year, as a Citibank analyst, and you believe something like that. I mean, do you really think he makes, I don't know, 500, 600k a year for him to go out and say that Bitcoin is going to go to 300k? This is not how they trade. This is all farce, man. I do not believe this for one bit. Like, these analysts have been doing substantially good analysis for Citibank because Citibank is performing really nicely, right? And you know, they're really high-class people who do their research. They're not like some bunch of guys that just hear about one coin and they just throw all in at it, right? And for them to go out and say Bitcoin is going to go to 300k next year, you just know this is obviously has to be fake. You know, this obviously has to be fake, or they're just trying to get more more clients into their bank, or, you know, fund or something, right? So understand, when I hear stuff like this, I just cringe, because we all know they're joking around. They're not thinking this for real, right? Sorry, Bilal, Ethereum USD, please. I open long position on Ethereum for at $600 long-term trade target 1,000. Please comment. Oh yeah. Well, yikes, man, you're a little bit late for that one. Not gonna lie, Bilal. Where were you before? This is definitely not the best trade you could take at the moment. As I already said, if you miss the trade, my first one would be, it might not get filled through, would be 570, 550, right? That would be my trade, because right now you're overextended on this chart, right? And it's definitely a little bit late to trade. It's not a wrong trade, because yes, your target is essentially could be reached, but it is a little bit of a stretch at the moment. Sorry, it is a little bit of a stretch. 1,200. Oh, that's definitely high up, right? I cannot say if that's gonna be hit. But so far, like I said, the top of this box, 750, I'm taking profit. And if you're opening at 600 and now waiting to up here, I wouldn't say that's a good trade, man. That's definitely not. Oh, that's definitely not the best trade you could have taken at the moment. So sadly, I mean, you can still win, but you know, it's a pretty dangerous trade with not a much. I mean, high risk, I'm gonna say, at the end of the day. SXP hopeless. Do you think you could SXP? Okay. Wait, what is this coin already? Oh yeah, oh, that's the one where I said if Bitcoin weak it's gonna go down, and then it did crash. And then I will try to do a trade here on the last defensive area and crash them more. Wow, this is really is looking bad. Wow, this is all they did. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward right now. Bam, hold this, and you're gonna go higher, my friend. But not much higher. Maybe to here. How much is that? 27%. So yeah, not much higher, man. Not much higher at all. What other odds do you suggest to long and lagging behind still? Okay, well, I can say it like this. Okay, so I got this. I am currently in Neo. I'm currently in Neo as well, and if you want to long it, well, the long position was right here, shit. So maybe a little bit late on that one, but I'm still thinking Neo has ways to go. Neo has ways to go to this one, right? So the last profit target, as you can see, $27, and probably it will even go higher, but I will not aim for higher. So that is one of me. Then I said Cardano, I said XRP. XRP is too late now as well. Litecoin also said yes, Litecoin. Litecoin BTC might be a little bit late, but okay, Litecoin is still not late. Litecoin is still down here, so Litecoin is definitely longable as well. And then I'm also investing in one project this time around, you know, because let's just say ICOs are gonna do probably really well right now due to the fact that it's a bull market. So I actually did invest into SpiderDAO project. You can check them out as well. And the reason why I invested into them is they are first one. They're actually the first project that I've seen that's gonna be utilizing hardware on crypto. So basically, you're gonna be getting a free router if you invest over $2,000, and with that router comes VPN, and you know you will be able to participate in their DAO and such. So yes, I am investing in that project as well, but just because it's really good times. I usually don't invest a lot in ICOs, but right now because the times are so bullish, I did it. I made a small investment towards them as well, right? So we'll see how that one turns out, and I'm really excited. You know, it's something breaking through, right? If they're actually bringing hardware to crypto, I've never seen an ICO that will hand out hardware, right? Most of them just hand out magical internet beans, right? So yeah, AOI projection overall market. Well, you know, again, it's like. Again, you have to be predicting so much. I don't want like to be doing that, but my overall projection, like I said, right, Bitcoin is now kind of out of our reach, right? And we're most likely better out there playing alts, and there are tons of alts, which I'll do tons of videos on YouTube as well. I will do about trading opportunities, right? There are so many alts out there. And I will make those videos progressively with opportunities, and most of those opportunities right now are going to be consisting of 50 to 90% profit takes. So I do think we will be able to beat Bitcoin with those enough, right? And also Ethereum is still my hold. I'm still holding Ethereum, right? Yeah, we just did Neo, you know, we just did Neo, and it's right up here, right? So yeah, this was the long area today. Maybe it's gonna still come down again. So if it comes down again from 18 all the way down to 17, that's still your long area. That's still pretty much okay to long in Neo, and then carry it up to $27. That is still very much a possible opportunity. Wait, at the beginning of the chat, we had a couple of coins that I need to check out. Oh yeah, Bitcoin Cash. Okay, Bitcoin Cash, I hope everybody followed that. I hope you all followed on Bitcoin Cash, because I made a video about it that yes, we are actually, they're having a fork, and the fork turned out to be fantastic because one of the coins, Bitcoin ABC is, Bitcoin Cash ABC is worth $200 something, and Bitcoin Node is worth like 15. So I hope everybody followed on that, because that was pretty much free money to grab. And if you remember, we had long from here, and then I had short from here. The short on Bitcoin Cash only hit like one profit take, so that wasn't amazing at all. But now what do? You actually go and you flip this one. You flip the short into long, and you put the stop loss right over here. It's about 8%, and that's how you're gonna ride it. You're gonna ride it to the sunset. I mean, obviously gonna take profit takes before that, but you're gonna ride it to sunset 3. You can take it all the way to up here, and then the second profit target, let's just gonna front run it just a little bit. But yeah, up here looks amazing, and you can see 50% already, right? 50% already. Wait, which other odds do we have yet? Bitcoin Cash Atom. I think Atom turned out nicely. Yes, Atom made a while back a video about it, 50% up as well. And for Atom, if you're still trading it, it's all the way up here, still waiting for this one. Absolutely looks amazing, nothing more. If you're trying to trade it, now you're gonna have to wait 1 day, and then this is your fill spot. But don't fill it today. 1 day. It has to go above this line for at least 1 day to 2 days, and then you can fill in the spot as well. Then we got EOS USDT. EOS, okay, not one of my favorites. definitely still looking pretty poor. So EOS just died here. I can delete this chart and yeah, find an area here. With EOS, yeah, I don't. No, EOS I wouldn't trade. Remind me next week for it. Like, no. It doesn't look. I mean, it's probably gonna go up, but it doesn't look something I would take. Doesn't look like something I would take at all. Okay, so this one turned out to be nice. That was the profit take. Okay. And so far, holy shit. I mean, there are better ALTS to trade out there, you know. There are definitely better ALTS to trade out there. Spinning is XRP fork to spot. Wait, December 12th is XRP sport to fork. I believe. How could you play that one? Oh, well, ask me on December 10th or 11th, or actually on the wait. When do we have stream? Ask me on December of 8th about that, because then I have to see a chart. You know, if I can see chart on December 8th, then I could make a better decision. It's pointless to do a decision about that right now. DeFi coin situations and is inside GFI. Yeah, okay, GFI turned out to be a fucking fantastic trade I had, right? I mean, GFI was fantastic all around, as you can see, right? But I forgot about this trade down here. I mean, I called it for the channel, but that one didn't turn out. But DOT, I mean, I don't think DOT is actually, isn't DOT a network? DOT is not DeFi, or am I missing something? Isn't DOT a Polka? I'm not sure, but you can see it amazingly. It hit our last profit take as well. Oh yeah, also if we're already talking about this, right? If we're already talking about this FTX exchange, right? A really well thing to play right now. Wait, where is the shit? It's the shit. It's shit coins. Shit coins. Yeah, shit. Okay. Shit. Oh yeah, this is actually really worth to long it now as well. What this is a shitcoin index, as you can see. And if you can't find a coin to long, this is one of the best plays, because, you know, most of the coins around are gonna go up, and this will most likely. And this, I don't know which all of the coins it has in its pool, but it has a lot of the coins in the pool. Basically, it works like SPX 500, right? And you can see that this is probably gonna go over the top as well. This is a really good investment if you don't know which coin to choose and you want to invest into multiples of them. You would rather just check the shitcoin index and actually long this one instead. You know, instead invest in all those coins in Binance if you don't know. I mean, it's a really good option to do as well. I love this. I love FTX just because of these indexes, because it gives you the options to invest into indexes like I do in real markets as well, right? Short term, well, short term, you've seen it popped off. I mean, short term speaking, this one will most likely go above the top as well. So yeah, short term there will, but not many trades I could tell you right now, because even though if I set for you this is the next area of trade, it already got tested. So right now when I'm seeing I hit my last profit target, now I most likely have to wait. I have to wait what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen here, and I have to wait for further instructions of the chart, right? The chart has to show me its ways. Litecoin I did, XLM, DOT I did as well. So yes, XLM, USDT, one more. Holy shit, what the fuck happened here? Oh my god, look at that snipe, Arnaud. Look at that shit, man. You can't make this shit up, look at this shit. 150%, look at that, we sniped it at the bottom, but the profit take was too low. We were too generous with the profit takes. Holy crap, man. Now I'm gonna tell you two areas on this coin right now. One of them is gonna be here. Oops. Yeah, that's gonna be one area, and then the second one is gonna follow down here. And one of these two areas are gonna give you a reaction to continuation, because I do suspect there's gonna be a continuation. This one is a little bit of a chunky boy, and you're gonna be placing the stop loss underneath. You know, you're gonna be placing stop loss here. But yeah, one of these areas is gonna give you a good healthy reaction. It's gonna go forward, and this one as well. The stop loss I would be putting it under here, and one of these areas is gonna work out for sure. So let me just check how big the stop loss is. If you take it from the middle, it's 10% on the first one, which is acceptable. 13% on the second one, which is not acceptable. So you can take a lower end of the box right here. Any other ICOs you like? Like, I'm not really strong at ICO game, right? The only way why I set this one, the Spider DAO, is because of hardware enabled voting, right? And they give you wait, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they give you the Spider Connect router. You know, DVPN access, bandwidth, monetization, access to dashboard. That's the only way I mention them, because I do like that thing that you get in a router, and this router you can actually vote, and they can't cheat voting, and you know, you can also do bandwidth monetization and use DVPN. I need VPN all the time, and I'm sick of Nord. I'm sick of ExpressVPN. You know, they have to pay them every month. That's also one of the shit points. And most of the time for me, they're lagging. You know, they're lagging. And this one I've already tried them, and it's so far I have to knock on the wood. It works much better, but I'll have to be trying it for at least a couple of months to see how it goes, right? Do you have to track all these trades for capital gains where you leave? I mean, okay, so now you definitely touched a good subject here. If you ask me what my trades were for capital gains here where I am, I mean, I couldn't tell you, because I taken so many trades all around, and I've played with Uniswap, and I've played with ICOs, and I played with Binance. Yeah, I don't track them at all with crypto. And you know, I'm lucky that crypto is not yet, they don't know how to follow crypto yet, and it's also, they have zero tax on crypto yet, right? And since it's not like and since it's not my prime, right? Because my prime source of living is markets, the regular markets. I do actually have to track those, and I have to pay taxes on those. And I say I do those for a living, right? So then I'm not taxed on my crypto gains, right? And this year around, because crypto was so crazy, because, you know, I have much smaller portion of my money in crypto than I do in regular markets. But because this year crypto was so crazy, going down and going up, I actually made more money with this small amount of money that I have in crypto than with the big amount of money that I have in regular markets. It's absolutely crazy. I actually made more money with crypto because we've been getting, first I've had short from 10k to 4k, something like that. It was big gains, and then all of these spot longs were like 500%. It was crazy, right? And all of these alts around. So crypto is definitely, I love crypto as a market, because if you're following it, if you know what you're doing, you can make good money in crypto and not risk too much. And I'm not talking about going all in and stuff, because I don't do that, right? But still, if you're staying safe, you can make a lot of money in crypto, you know? So definitely still loving it. I'm a hard supporter of crypto. I'm not a hater at all. But if you talk about trading, I'm much safer in the regular markets. Yes, that is true as well. Coin tracker is a great tax. Like, I know I'm gonna have to start tracking it sooner or later. I mean, like, there's no way BTC is gonna go all-time high and our country is still gonna be clueless like it is right now. It's not happening around. Let's be honest. It's not happening, right? So sooner or later, I'm gonna start tracking it again, right? And it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. I hope they don't ask me, man. It's like shit. I've used so many different exchanges and methods of trading, and you know, all of these wallets and transferring in left and right. It's absolute pain, right? And holy shit, guys, we've been live for more than 70 minutes. I guess it's time to wrap this one up. This is definitely has been the longest stream that we did, and this time, I mean, it's easy. It's like time really flies when I do it like this, when you guys constantly ask tons of questions, you know, because sometimes you get streams where you barely got any questions. And right now, today, definitely easy to do it for 70 minutes. I got constant influx of questions, hard to answer them all. But, you know, you guys are asking some good questions. I'm not lying, right? I mean, you guys all, I'm glad to see that a lot of you have different process of trading, and a lot of those process of trading still work, but you guys can still upgrade on those processes, right? And even you, I know you're using indicators, and don't get me wrong. I think profitable trading indicators is absolutely it absolutely works, right? But with indicators, you gotta have a set of plan. You gotta go to like a doc page or, you know, Word page or something, and you have to write yourself a detailed plan how you're going to follow your indicators and what signals you need to do a profitable trading at it. You have to do it as well. If you're not going to have that plan, you're most likely going to fail as well, right? So you have a real detailed plan, and if you have one of those, I'm pretty sure you can make money as well with moving average and RSI, right? But always be careful when you're doing RSI and all of this, that you don't use regular settings. Like on RSI, if I open up RSI, I'm going to get 14 settings, right? Or if I open MA, I'm going to get 9, right? So if you use 14, then most of the people are going to use 14 as well. So that automatically, if only 5% of people make money in trading, you won't be profitable, right? You're gonna have a huge setback. So use some other settings that everybody else uses, right? Go away from the crowd, right? Away from the sheeps. We have more questions for next. Like, I'm glad to answer them, man. I'm glad to answer them. Thanks for sharing, wishing some nice story for, like, definitely this year. I'm gonna say like that this year has been one of the best years in my trading career. So when it comes, because the year was so volatile, and I love volatile years, absolutely. And I know it sounds crazy because everybody else had a shit year, but I, like COVID and everything, but I had like one of the best years of trading. I mean, the only better year was 2017 because it was even more volatile. And yes, and every year I'm more into crypto because it's just so much more profitable than regular markets. You know, in regular markets I trade every day and like and make percent there, percent here, you know, and you're actually happy with 5% a month. But in crypto you can make 5%, you know, sometimes in a week and such, you know. So it's quite amazing market, yeah. Where can we learn more about price action trading? Well, mostly, I mean, it's really hard to give you tips about that one because I know everybody that teaches price action trading. Some of them don't even do a good job and they charge absurd amount of money. I mean, I'm gonna say it might sound a little bit, you know, shitty, but I guess watching the videos that I post here, right? And I'm not tooting my own horn, right? But I do post. You mostly just watch the videos how you take those trades and you try to memorize it and you try it on your own, and then, you know, firstly you fail, but eventually you will figure it out and you will start clicking it. And obviously if you come here, I'll answer all your questions, even if we have some for price action, right? And that's how you basically progress, right? Through weeks you slowly progress a little bit by a little bit, and then you're making it through. Well, alas, it's a slow start, right? I mean, it's trading is not one of the things that is highly populated in YouTube, right? And we only started out at like half a year ago, so yeah, I mean, hopefully, the sub count would go slowly up again, right? I mean, not again. I'm just increase slowly, right? Thank for everything. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Consistency is everything, as Mario says, and he knows because he is a price action trader, so Mario knows what he's talking about as well. Now everybody's gonna be DM Mario. Yeah, okay, thank you for watching, guys. We'll be seeing you next time on 1st of December, actually. 1st of December, same time, same everything. Glad to have this stream again, right? Thank you for joining in, and see you next time.
Take care of you guys.